Halo, selamat datang di Belajar Bentar. Apakah kalian sudah pergi ke website Nvidia? Di sini ada update driver terbaru, yaitu versi 451.48 WHKL. Yang perlu kalian ketahui, di update sekarang ini sudah support DirectX 12 Ultimate. Di sini terdapat tulisan bahwa game ready driver sekarang ini, drivernya menyediakan dukungan penuh untuk DirectX 12 Ultimate Graphics API. Tentunya dukungan ini meliputi DirectX Raytracing atau DXR versi 1.1 dan juga dukungan untuk mesh shader, sampler feedback, dan variable rate shading atau yang dikenal sebagai VRS. Ditambah lagi, driver ini mendukung hardware accelerate GPU scheduling ketika menggunakan update Windows 10 bulan Mei 2020. Dan sekarang kita lihat PowerPoint mengenai DirectX 12 Ultimate. DirectX 12 Ultimate. Seperti yang kalian ketahui, atau jika kalian belum tahu, bahwa Windows 10 versi 2004 atau update Mei 2020 ini memiliki update WDDM 2.7 atau yang dikenal sebagai DirectX 12 Ultimate. Tentunya yang perlu kalian ketahui, yang dibutuhkan untuk menjalankan DirectX 12 Ultimate ini adalah tentunya OS kalian harus menggunakan Windows 10 update 2004 atau update Mei 2020. Setelah itu, driver yang sudah support WDDM 2.7, jika kalian menggunakan Nvidia, berarti drivernya versi 451.48. Tetapi, jika kalian menggunakan AMD, drivernya adalah 20.5.1. Tetapi, saya sendiri belum mencoba driver Nvidia yang baru ini. Selain itu, perangkat kerasnya juga tidak mendukung. Jadi, jika kalian ada yang memiliki perangkat keras yang sudah mendukung, kalian bisa langsung mencobanya. Yang berikutnya adalah hardware atau perangkat keras yang didukung. Tentunya, jika kalian ingin menggunakan DirectX 12 Ultimate ini, untuk Nvidia, kalian harus menggunakan GPU Nvidia Turing atau RTX 2000 series. Dan jika kalian menggunakan AMD, maka GPU kalian harus yang sudah support RDNA 2. Pada DirectX 12 Ultimate Graphics API terdapat Ray Tracing atau yang dikenal DXR versi 1.1, mesh shader, sampler feedback, dan VRS. Berikutnya kita akan melihat DirectX Ray Tracing, mesh shader, sampler feedback, dan VRS.
Ray tracing. I know most of you are already experts, but let me recap real quick. By mirroring how light actually behaves in reality, improved shadows, accurate global illumination, and hyper-immersive reflections are now possible. Ray tracing is the biggest leap in graphical fidelity since 2002, and its inclusion in DirectX 12 Ultimate, as well as all major game engines, means that you can expect to see ray tracing in more and more games. Mesh shading. Mesh shading is a programming model for geometry that gives developers the ability to create highly detailed worlds while not overloading the CPU, which can bottleneck the GPU. Nvidia's Asteroids demo showed this off, as mesh shaders dynamically adjust the level of detail of countless individual asteroids, which would have otherwise taken a bigger toll on performance. This allows the GPU to reduce its workload from trillions of triangles down to the few million triangles necessary to draw the scene in real time, while still maintaining a visually rich asteroid field sprawling out before your ship. Variable rate shading. VRS allows the developer to control the amount of detail, shading more detail in parts of the scene that benefit from it and less in parts that don't, giving developers more control over both quality and performance. For example, a fast-moving object in a scene doesn't need every pixel to be rendered every frame, as it's moving so quickly that you can't perceive all the detail anyway. Pixels in areas that don't frequently change can also be rendered less often, easing the GPU's workload and upping performance. In Wolfenstein Youngblood, variable rate shading was the basis for Nvidia adaptive shading on Vulkan, which boosted performance up to 15% while still keeping dystopian occupied Paris looking just as good. VRS also underpins foveated rendering, which can be used for virtual reality games to render fewer pixels in the periphery of your vision, helping reach higher VR frame rates. And finally, there's sampler feedback. Like VRS, this feature works smarter to reduce your GPU load and improve performance. We can more efficiently shade objects that don't change from frame to frame, and reuse the object's colors as calculated in previous frames. That means your GPU's horsepower can be used for pumping out more frames instead of unnecessary busy work. Sampler feedback also improves texture streaming. Now developers can more intelligently stream high-resolution textures into their large open worlds to avoid stuttering and popping. That translates to more immersive worlds to lose yourself in.